Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Wednesday market webcast. Okay, daily chart, and look, it's pretty simple. Absent news, the bears have absolutely no answers whatsoever for price action. Pullbacks to VWAP or buys, and unless they get some news, we're going to march pretty steadily, probably up to 3120. I would expect the roundie to get dealt with today at 3,100. We'll see what kind of resistance there is up there. And if the resistance turns out to be not much, then they'll just keep marching along. And there's always a point in any rally where, things get, where it's just kind of max pain, because the whole thing, even to people that just have no short biases or long biases when you're talking about a move down, where it even screws with their head. This one's even screwing with my head a little bit. I'm having a tough time reconciling the last 15, 20 handles of this thing. We were green yesterday. We made our day yesterday about 10, 11 handles. And then the last 15 minutes there, when it hopped and ran, I wasn't there. I was like, whoa. We were actually in a profitable short because it was starting to take out some key levels to the downside, or at least test them. They popped it up and through, and then they kept marching overnight. So the interesting thing overnight was it spent about 90 minutes below three key levels, and then they hopped it up and ran it again. So you're talking about a market being bid. And sometimes markets are just bid. This market is bid. Doesn't matter why. Doesn't matter if it makes sense. Doesn't matter if the central banks are behind the scenes pulling the strings with your tinfoil hat on, riding away in your black helicopter. It doesn't matter. It's bid. It's bid. Don't fight price. Don't fight price. And I've caught me saying to myself, don't fight price. And there's been a couple moments in the last 24 hours where I have fought price. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I never fight. Everybody fights price sometimes. I mean, it's all part of doing what we do. But the key to all of it is self-awareness. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not going to try any shorts today. I'm going to try whatever's in front of us that's a good setup, whether that's long or short. But I am going to recognize that at times in the last 24 hours, I have closed off the possibility of the market being as bid as it is. And because of that, we were green yesterday, but we could have been a hell of a lot more green, okay? But it's all, it's all about self-awareness. It's about saying to yourself, yeah, okay, but let's not pretend that, that you were on board with what was happening yesterday. It's a very strange day. Let's look at the hourly. So they pull it down to 48. So, well, let me back up. So we talked about Sunday, Monday. We talked about the gap fill, then and it went ahead and did that. There were a couple of really good chances back Sunday, Monday to take out the weekly pivot. And the thing I've always told you guys is, the battle of the weekly pivot early in the week lends to directional days later in the week. Well, they didn't really wait till later in the week. They just went ahead and said, let's have some directional days starting Tuesday, which is fine. And you can see the thing just pulling away from weekly pivot. Hourly midband has been really good support. And my biggest fault yesterday in not taking full advantage of what was going on in the market was not just looking at this and saying, you know what, they can't break monthly pivot. Until they take it out, you got to be long every time it goes down there. We were long later. And, I just, sometimes me as a trader, I am so in tune with the trend of whatever's going on. I just keep doing that. But every once in a while, it's like, you know what? I don't want to get caught in the turn this time. So maybe this is the turn. I don't want to get caught in the turn. So, and it doesn't mean I'm shorting highs. That's not how it manifests itself in me. It manifests itself in me in saying, look, I'm not going to take this fifth test of VWAP. I'm not going to take this fifth test of hourly band, because you can't honestly mean to tell me that every time it comes back here, it's going to bounce and go higher. I know we've been using these things for years. I know how well they've done for us and all of our subscribers forever. But you know what? Today is Tuesday, June the 2nd, and I'm just not down with that. Everybody as a trader is going to have days like that. That was yesterday for me. So there were some golden opportunities to get really good entries down here, and I just didn't do it. I waited later. I wanted breakouts, and the market didn't really feel like breaking out either until late. So for today, you've got volume weighted average price at 88, proprietary moving average is sitting at basically 90.5, 5-minute mid bands at 90. You've had some moves down to 85. You've got the hourly mid at 83 now. I think there's going to be some involvement with this. And I think the ultimate test for the day is, can they take out the hourly mid band and come into an area that matters? Until the bears can take out areas that matter on a closing basis and hold them as resistance for multiple days, we will continue to go higher. I have told you guys the same thing, it feels like for a month now. It's my same old song, and it's certainly true today. So that's where we are. That's where we are. Until the bears can do something about it, we're going to keep going up. All right. Everybody have a great day. Thank you for putting up with my little catharsis. But I think it's helpful because, a lot of traders, need to hear that, everybody struggles with price sometimes. That's reality. That's just reality. It's part of being self-aware. That's the process that you have to go through to evolve as a trader. All right. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Take care. Trade them well. Talk to you tomorrow. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princetontrader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade them well.